Hey everybody, Mr. Chess here, and summer has just begun. So what do you think I'm gonna do? Of course, I'm gonna stay at home and show you guys some fascinating puzzles. Let's jump straight into it. So this is the puzzle. It's white to move, and on the first glance, it might look like black is winning, because after all, they have 3 extra pawns, and all of white's pawns are far away from each other and cannot communicate or protect each other in any way. And these 2 pawns are doubled. But white has a very nice Zugzwang trick here that would actually win the game for them. Can you find it? I'll give you a bit of time, and then you can also pause the video if you can't find the answer straight away. So the correct move is actually b5 check, and it might look like we're just giving away the pawn for free. But then after cb5, which is the only move for black, we can go king b4, and then this king or either of these pawns cannot move. They're just trapped here. So the only 2 pawns that black can move are this pawn and this pawn. So let's say black goes e6, then we go e4, and then after f5 or f6 we just take the pawn. Say f5, we take Basson, and after e5 we just slightly move our king backwards, letting the king escape, and after king 5 we just promote the pawn and we win. I've never had to go e6. We could just go f5, and then we can't move this pawn because black just takes, and we can't go here because black goes here, and then we can't take because of stalemate. So we have to take it. We have to take it en passant, and after black takes, we go e4, and then black's only move is f5, and it's actually a very tricky move because if we take it, then it's stalemate. But if we push, black also pushes, and they're just in time. And we push, they push, we push, they push. And if we promote to a queen, black also promotes to a queen. And they defend the square b5, and we don't have a checkmate. And white here is actually losing terribly, because black has 4 extra pawns, and they're not getting checkmated. But can you find the winning move for white here? It's actually e8 knight. And whatever black does, they only really have one move, but they can turn into any piece. Let's say turn into the rook. We have the beautiful checkmate knight c7. So this is the next puzzle. It's white to move and win, and the first move is pretty obvious, but then the rest are actually pretty hard to find. And if you look at Stockfish, then it actually thinks that it's a draw, but there is a winning combination, which is possible to find. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to find the first move, which is pretty obvious. So the first move is king e1, because it traps the whole side, this whole side, and it only leaves black with one move, which is queen to e1. And then the next time, they would only have one move, which is queen to a2. And then the queen would have to go back and forth. So the next move is actually quite tricky. You might think it's h4, but then if we look a little bit into the future, we can see that black has to go back and forth, go a5, h6, a2, h7, queen a1, and then if we go h8, then there's no way we can checkmate. It's just gonna be a draw, because everything is protected in black's position except for these 2 pawns. Then nothing is gonna happen. Even if we can get these 2 pawns and then get the rook, nothing's gonna happen. Black has too many pieces. So we're gonna have to turn into a knight, because then if we take these 2 pawns and then we take the rook, it's actually gonna be checkmate because the king is trapped. But the queen can't be protecting it, because if it is, then it's not going to be checkmate and black wins. But if we look into the future, Here, 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 here. We try to get the pawn. Here, here. We can't take the rook yet because the pawn is protected. So we're gonna have to get the pawn first. Here, 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 here. And black is here. Then when we try to take the rook, black defends it. Try to go around, maybe. Black still defends it. There's actually no way to get this rook with the queen being on a1. And it's actually just a draw. But we want to lose a tempo right now. Because let's say if it was black's turn here, we'd have to go queen a1, then we take the rook and we win. So now we have to go all here. Instead of going h4, we can go h3. And everything is going the same way. a1, h5, a2, h6, a1, h7, a2, h8. But now, the black's queen is on a1, not on a2, like it was in the last example. Now if we try to do the same thing, we go here, take this pawn first, then we're going for the second pawn, again, after queen a2, we have the move knight a5, and then black has to get checkmated, because black is in Zugzwang, and their only move is queen a1 once again, and we have knight takes b3, check.